So I have the Gigabyte Aorus B650M Pro AX. This is a B650 for the Ryzen 7000, the AM5 socket, new socket, and I'm gonna be using that for my AMD build. I've been waiting on it. This is the last part that I've had to get, and it arrived today finally. So let's take a look. So that's what it looks like when I opened the box. It came with a thermal paste, like unidentified thermal paste. And again, I bought this from AliExpress, this motherboard, because they didn't have this motherboard anywhere. They only sell the Elite version, the Elite variant. It came in the bubble wrapping over here. And you have a the Wi-Fi device that you can connect to the board. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use two antennas that I bought, like wireless antennas that you can just screw on to the back. And just get the board out. It comes in an anti-static bag. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It looks great. Okay, so obviously I need two hands to pull this out, and we'll take a closer look. But before we do that, let's see what they bring you here. Okay, so you get like a manual, kind of a manual with all the B650, all the models that they have for Gigabyte, Tachyon, Master, Aorus Pro AX, and Elite, and ROG, Gaming X, and we have the Aorus Pro. That's the one we have, the 650M, and yeah, so on and so forth. And I get two SATA cables here, SATA 3 cables, which is cool, and a screw, I think, for M.2, but they use like a toolless design, so yeah, don't know why we need that. And this is a standoff for it? I don't know. Basically, it doesn't matter. I just put it back. And yeah, let's take the motherboard out of the bag and see how it looks like. Well, there it is, basically. So, we have the AM5 socket here, an LGA base, the first LGA that I can remember of AMD. They went back to it, and over here you have an easy latch opener. That way, if you have a graphics card here, it's similar to the Asus button that they have here, but it's obviously not a button. It's over here, which is good. And 4 DIMM slots, DDR5, and 24 pin. The USB is like kind of an angle, 90 degree, and 4 SATA connectors. System fans over here, USB connectors, USB 2 connectors, and LAN, ARG. This is a regular RGB connector, ARGB connector, another system fan header, TPM, COM. This is where you connect your front audio connector, and a Type-C header connector. Yeah, your case supports Type-C. Another ARGB and RGB connectors over here. Yeah, nice I/O shield. This is where you got 2 rooms for M.2s. Where you get your M.2s over here, you just screw this off, and it's supposed to have easy latch into it. And underneath here, this is where you have your CMOS battery. I know that pretty much. Overall, we have a very good. Oh, and this is. Yeah, this is your BIOS reset switch over here, and this is another fan header over there. Nice capacitors and resistors and whatnot. Overall, this motherboard is top notch. I love the design. It looks pretty sick. It looks very, very good. I've waited for a micro ATX board of this sort because I only like micro ATX design, just like I have here for my Intel 12 Gen Alder Lake based computer. I also used micro ATX here. So this is a very high quality design. Let's take a look at the I/O right now. Turn this thing around. Over here we have the 8-pin connector for the CPU, of course. It's right there. And okay, so over here we have the Wi-Fi connectors, the in and out. Over here, this is I think this is a BIOS flashback button over here. 4 USB 2 connectors, an HDMI, and a display port, an HDMI port, Type-C connector, Type-C USB, USB 3s, 5 USB 3 connectors. This is another USB 3, but one of them is for the BIOS flashback. This is where you would plug your BIOS if you want to flash the BIOS to update it to the latest version without CPU or memory installed. You just hook the 24-pin connector and the 8-pin connector, and you just flash it with yeah. And over here you have 2.5 gigabit LAN, RJ45 connector, and fiber, I think, for audio, and input like this is, wait, let me take a look. Yeah, this is for your headset and microphone, like your sound card stuff. Yeah, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much it, what you have in your motherboard. And you have the latches that you could use if you have like one of those clip-on coolers. You could use them, but if you don't need them, you can obviously screw them. I have like a Corsair H150i Pro, not the Elite, but the Pro. This is like an older cooler, so it does require these clip-ons. This is just what I'm gonna use for now. I'm not going to use it all the time. It's just for now until I get a better cooler, because I don't want to throw this to the trash, you know. I want to reuse it, and yeah. So basically this has been my introduction to this board. It's a very beautiful board. I've been looking for this everywhere. I wanted to buy it like locally, but they only had the Elite, the B650M Aorus Elite AX. That's the only thing they want. I wanted the Pro. I wanted the premium stuff, so I waited, and I took a chance buying it off of AliExpress, a Chinese website, which was really cheap too. I bought it for like I don't know, what was it, like $238, something like that, which is not a lot at all. It's cheap. It was also the 11/11 sales, so saved a lot of money over there too. So basically, I took a chance, I took a risk here, and obviously I hope it's gonna pay off, and I guess we'll have to find out once I install this thing. I will be building my AMD computer and put it on, make a video about it, so stay tuned for that if you want to be updated on this board, how it works and everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video for now, and yeah, I'll see you later.